The African community in Cyprus is one of the least integrated community in Cyprus in terms of financial success and social integration, and there is a reason for this. Welcome to another edition of the Saukin podcast. Alright guys, so if you're listening to this podcast on South King TV TikTok channel, so you can watch the video now. From now on, you can watch the video on South King TV YouTube channel. And if you're watching it on YouTube, then nice to have you here. I've not been posting podcasts on YouTube for a long time now, so we are back on it and I'm very excited. So before I get into today's topic, let's watch this video.
Together. And because in Cyprus, African community is very behind than the other third country community.
So that said, I have some reasons I think are the reasons why we are the least community in Cyprus. So let's check them out. One, I would say, is greed. And two, I think it's envy and hate. And also we can even add to envy and hate, lack of support. So let's get into each of these deeper. Let's start with greed. So greed, it's something which is very rampant among the African community. Let me take you guys a very clean example. This issue of selling job. You will meet, you find yourself in a position where you are aware of a job vacancy and they need somebody. Instead of you calling a brother or a sister who is at home needing job, you will want to give it not to somebody you know the person badly needs it or who is closest to you, but you rather give it to the person who has money to pay for. This will never happen among the Indians, for example. It will never ever happen. Among the Pakistanis, it will never ever happen. Instead, sometimes you even find Indians even calling people from other nationality. And usually when an Indian person calls you, it's for free. They don't even think of give me money, no. But within the African community, if somebody finds job, I'm not saying everybody does that, but I'm saying most Africans, a lot of them anyway, they do that. They sell jobs. If there's a job vacancy and you know about it, why don't you just simply bless another person with it? Because you already, obviously you have a job, so if not, like, you will go work there. But if you have a job, or if you don't have a job, but it's a type of job you don't want and you want to give it to somebody else, why don't you just give it? So we are so greedy at a certain level that we want to make profit from everything. Because it's always about us. It's always about how much money we can make. Man, if somebody gives you 50 euros or 100 euros, what is 100 euros? Like, you've never had 100 euros before. So this is something that we really have to kill in the African community, this issue of selling job. Bless somebody else with it. If you find yourself in a position where you can help your community, we should stop thinking selfishly. We should stop thinking about our own profit, our own greed. We should put other people's interest to first. Because if you do good to other people, if the person does not recognize it, some way, somehow, it's going to come back to you. So if you're good to people, it's going to come back to you. This thing of selling job, it doesn't even make sense. Bless somebody else. It's as simple as that. That's just it. So this kind of attitude should stop. All right, the next thing I think is the reason why Africans in Cyprus are the least integrated community and the least financially successful community is hate, envy, and at a certain extent, lack of support. Lack of support because if I take a situation, for example, like the Sport Vision tournament that I've been around Cyprus trying to cover this tournament to make people really aware of this tournament. Like, this is something which was supposed to be a communal celebration. Trust me, if this was an Indian person or somebody from a different community organizing this and which because yeah, even though Sport Vision is kind of like not only for Africans, but since since those organizing it are Africans, majority of the team participating in the tournament are African teams. So you would think like this would be like a community celebration, like it's during weekends, and you would think like you see a certain crowd, but most of the time when you go to the field, you find just the footballers and those organizing, and maybe the guys and your girlfriend, like, but you don't see the crowd going like, let's just go and spend time together. So lack of support in many different ways is something that brings us down. If this was like something that Indians were organizing, I think like the Hindu community would be out a lot. If it was a if it was Philippines organizing this, I think the Filipino community will turn out a lot most of the weekends, because that is it. Like, just see, even for example, like on Sundays when it's when most of the Filipinos and the Indians are having their off days, you always see them together. I mean, they're everywhere. They work together. I mean, you just feel like Cyprus is a Filipino country or it's an Hindu country, because you're always together, working together. And, during weekends, you see them a lot outside. But you wouldn't see that in the African community. So there is an issue. So, see also Salkin TV, for example, yeah? I'm an African, of course, and I could do production for Europeans, for Cypriot, or just general production where I don't take into consideration asylum seekers, refugees, or Africans. I just do what I think will make my channel grow very fast. But I said to myself, like, we need a platform, and we need to come out in a way that it's going to benefit our own community. It's going to put us out there. So I took upon myself, like, what, nobody has done this in Cyprus, like really building up a media house and a media production that's going to put the African community at a certain level, because already you guys know, like, most of my production goes towards Africans in Cyprus, asylum seekers and all that, trying to give information, create programs, entertainment and all that. But I must say, like, the level of support is really very low. It's really very low, because sometimes I will even create content and send to different WhatsApp group for people to just click like or subscribe, but very few people will do that. And you see, like, I think about all the time I spend and all the money I put in, and like, I start asking myself, man, is this worth it? Is it worth it, like, doing this for my community? And just because they don't even see the need of it. I mean, yeah, some people really do appreciate. I mean, I already have more than 5,000 subscribers on TikTok, but what is 5,000 subscribers, man? We are thousands upon thousands of Africans in Cyprus, and everybody has internet. But many people, some people told me, you're not following me on Salkin TV, so I'll not follow you back. Like, dude, first off, you follow me or not, TikTok does not even pay creators, so I don't benefit anything. I put a video on TikTok, on Salkin TV TikTok, asking you guys to subscribe to the YouTube channel. At least YouTube recognize and supports creators, so that could help me to support the production, because I have no support from nobody. And since then, maybe I've had just about 20 people subscribing to the YouTube channel, but that video has had almost 1,000 views. So this is what I'm talking about. There is no support, and really it discourages. And I'm thinking like, should I keep on producing something that is for the African community? Yeah, even with the Soul King Entertainment, man, like, if I'm organizing Afrobeat night or Cameroonian night, like, I'm doing it for my people. I'm not doing it for myself. But some people, they just want you. If you're inviting them, you should run after them. You should worship them, or you should do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, And I was just thinking to myself, like, why I don't need to do this. I don't need to go through all these things because I have a lot to offer for Cyprus, for my community. So I'll use that energy instead of running after you. Because if I'm inviting you to come for an Afrobeat night, you should come to enjoy yourself. But I cannot be running after you for you to even come after, because many come and say it's too expensive and things like that. But these same people, when they go to the white man's place, they don't cry about no price. Yeah, they just go and buy, whether you're buying food or clothes or phone, or you're going to Wyman clubs or going to Wyman ship cruise, you'll not hear nobody complain. So Africans in Cyprus, we don't support each other, and really we cannot continue like this because it's very discouraging. We need to get a very strong mental to keep on doing what you're doing, especially for somebody like me who wants to take production very professional. I'm thinking, like, should I quit or change my line of production and integrate a lot of Europeans and Cypriot and other stuff, like just do a worldwide kind of thing and not really focus on the difficulties that Africans are facing here in Cyprus, or even just informing them, because it's difficult on my own side to take care of. Like now I'm in the studio, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I have to pay for the studio every month. I have to see, this is a mic, this is a headphone, camera, this, that, everything is there. I have to upgrade my gears, get new things. And you will not see no African leader or none of the rich guys or rich girls in Cyprus come to you like another person will do, like, oh guy, I like what you're doing, so this is my support, bro. Like, have this 100 euros, buy even a mic, or have these 200 euros, buy even a stand or a chair for your studio, or you should just have this because I enjoy what you do, you know what I'm saying? Like, some even feel like if I like your video, I follow you on TikTok, I'm helping you. So for them, that's the highest help they can give, but it doesn't even help. So we don't support each other, and I can go on and on and on and on and talk about all these things. There are even sometimes you bring up serious projects that could benefit the community, but some people, they don't want to follow it up because they don't see any financial gain in it. Like, sometimes you just need to put in money because you have it. Put it there to just support your community. That's just it. A lot of us are not doing that, and I think that a lot of us should be doing that. I think so. So there is also this other part of envy and hatred. A lot of people, they don't like to see somebody who is focused and trying to build up something. They'll just go and hold a funny kind of community. I mean, in front of you, they'll smile and greet you. I know a lot of them in my life. They'll come and greet you, but behind there, they're sabotaging you. They're trying to bring you down. They're trying to hate on you. Man, like, what are you doing? Like, you don't deserve this hate from all of these people, because what you're doing is just minding your business and doing your stuff. So these are the things that brings down the African community, because we feel like, so some people actually act like they are threatened about how some other people will become very successful, or they are threatened about, or in short, they don't just like the fact that it's you. They are saying the limelight is on you, not on them. I just feel like it's even just so stupid to even try to justify why you be hating on somebody who is trying to build up a community, who is trying to do good for not only himself but for other people. And I think that many of us should also take this initiative of thinking about the community and not only ourselves, because if, for some people who are very proud and want to be successful alone, if you're successful alone, trust me, for example, you see this the white people, they've understood many things, that's why they are rich everywhere they go. So we have to have this mindset of doing things together and bringing each other together, instead of being greedy, of being envious or hating each other, or not even supporting other people for no reason. If I say subscribe to Salkin TV, all you have to do is just subscribe. On YouTube, I can make money. I cannot make money on TikTok. YouTube can pay, but I cannot make money on TikTok, but very few of you will subscribe. It's just a subscription button. Sometimes when you send a link and the video interests somebody, the person will just watch and stay quiet. So all this kind of funny attitude that we have is not only going to discourage those like us who are trying to really put the African, like the black skin, in front of in put it at the level where everybody else who is not black or African will respect. But also for the community, it doesn't benefit anybody if I stop producing stuff for Africans and stuff that will interest black, because I can do that. And I think I would if this continues, because if I calculate how much money I'm putting inside and how much money I still have to put inside, man, I'm not the rich guy in the town, man. I'm not the rich guy in the city. So it takes a lot of sacrifice, and the least that I can get from my community, yeah, I get the recognition from many people, but I think like I'm not satisfied with how some of you receive what I'm putting out there, because it's a lot of work and sacrifice. So I think like with this podcast, it's gonna make us to think and see like what directions we're gonna take. Whether you just came to Cyprus, whether you are recognized, you have your papers, or whether you're still waiting for your papers, man, we have to think about everybody else, because you might meet somebody in Cyprus and you don't know where else you can meet this person. So, and aside of that, man, it's not about always giving and expecting something. It's just about seeing your community happy. I'm still willing to bring in a lot, but if I don't really feel like it's interesting others, man, I'll have to be selfish myself and just focus on what is going to give me money quick. And I might change my production and start doing other things and start moving towards other community. Maybe with them they'll appreciate. That's all for today's South King podcast. Let's continue this podcast in the comment section. See you at the next edition. It was a pleasure, and hope for change for the African communities in Cyprus. Cheese.